Sorry, I'm breathing a little hard, but just got this out, and this car is the single most disgusting thing I've ever worked on. Hopefully you can catch a beautiful 4K glimpse of about what, when wet, was probably about a pound of rat shit. And if you look deep down in there, see if I can get it to focus. I have gloves on, so it's not really helping. Anyways, that whole area in the cowl, apart from the sanding stick-on, is completely 100% made of rat shit. There's an entire wasp nest and a bunch of rat shit down there. All that on the ground, it's either rust or rat shit. All that down there, rat shit. What eroded the bottom of that? Not water, but lots of rat shit. Here's a close-up, just in case you're just absolutely enjoying this. Whew, man, this thing is nasty. Okay, well, this is another day tinkering on this turd. Today, pulled a bunch of light stuff off, some trim here and there. Pulled some of the wiring out, terminated all that stuff on that side, pulled the transcooler lines, pulled the radiator. Let's see, did some general wire wheeling to just out of curiosity to see how nasty this body is. There's a few areas that don't look too bad, that don't have a ton of filler on them, but obviously the tops of the fenders are just bad. I gotta find my impact driver so I can pull the top bolts up there. But this is otherwise loose, so I can pull the wiper guts, linkage, everything else out. Front windshield is loose of last time. Now the rear windshield is loose, so I might duct tape that to make sure that stays put. But otherwise, probably leave it be for now, because this thing does not move at all. You can see my dust pile is growing. Need to get the bumpers off, get the front lights out. Let's see, cleaned up some more stuff on this side of the engine bay, pulled all the brake stuff. Started peeling away the insulation, like the sound deadener that's at the back of the motor, between that and the cowl and firewall. Surprisingly looks alright behind it. I've definitely there's some holes forming there. Yeah, the worst part for me and my unfortunate bout of asthma is that there is an absolutely absurd amount of rat excrement in here. I mean, that's like, it's hard to tell, but that's probably about 2 inches deep. The entire cowl plate, the bottom part basically under the bumper, is just, it's completely level. It's insane. I'm really excited to push this thing out and like power wash it, because that grosses me the hell out. So over here, figure I might pull the carbs next time, just to make it a little easier to get stuff in and out. Really need to get cracking on the driver's side of the interior and try and finagle the dash out, because it is nasty and there is not a lot of worth saving in there. Really want to get into the trunk so I can start assessing the strut towers and how I'm going to do that. I guess they're shock towers on this car, sorry. I also really need to get all this Bondo off the top here and assess the structural integrity of both strut towers up front. But I'd really like to get the motor out first so I can just sit in the engine bay and bust out the DA sander. I'm too poor to hire somebody to come media blast this, otherwise that would be my absolute dream at this point. But it's something. That's what happens when you buy a several $100 E9. If you're not the tinker and sort, definitely don't do this, because this is basically the average enthusiast hell. Every single thing on this car is rusty. Every single panel on this is going to need to be welded. There's tons and tons of holes left and right. A bunch of this crap is either thousands and thousands of dollars for just patch panels left and right, imported from Germany, or you get to hand form it and smooth it out. So obviously taking the latter option, because I am not made of money. So let's see if we can get a complete image of it. Ignore the Mazda. Hi Mazda. And